World lost a Crude alumni, Cody Stanner, 28 years old. Cody was born in Fergus, Ontario, February 27th, 1996, to Brad Stanner, Tanya McConnell. Cody brought joy and warmth into the lives of the family and friends. Cody always had a smile on his face. If you knew Cody, you loved him. And he is played for Team Ontario that won the Canadian Championship in 2012. He played for the Crude in 2013, 14, and 15. He played 41 games, scored 65 goals, 128 assists, 193 points. He's third overall in the history of the Crude in points, third overall in the history of the Crude in assists, and third overall points per game at 4.71. Cody won 2013 Rookie of the Year and the 2014 Offensive Player of the Year for the Crude. Cody's number 44, if you saw it when you came in, will hang in our dressing room, so we'll never forget it. Please stand, gentlemen, remove your hats, and let's have a moment of silence, please. Rest in peace, Cody. You wouldn't happen to have old Canada quick, do you? Let's go. Play lacrosse. We don't have it. Not today. We just got a PA guy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Jerome Aginla Arena as we get ready to kick off the 2024 RMLL Junior B Tier 1 lacrosse season. Tonight's action, the Beaumont Outlaws visiting the Crude Lacrosse Club. Last season, 2023, the Outlaws taking that series 3-1, outscoring the Crude 43-34 over the 4 games. The Outlaws would make their way into the Larry Bishop by way of hosting. They unfortunately would lose, I believe, every one of their games. The Crude finishing 4th last year. If you listened to Junior Beast earlier today, you would have heard me and Mo talking about the absolute changeover that the Crude have made in the offseason. Absolutely crazy changes as they work their way back to try and fight for first in the North. We get set for action here. Hunter Sika taking the draw against Caden McCormick. The Crude taking the win, being run up by Tate Wedman. Wedman passing to Fry, going for a change. Fry's looking for an open man, letting his teammates get a change. Cross pass down into the far corner, running it back up to the middle of the floor. Shot and goal! Josh Fodchuk, welcome back to the Crude. All it takes is 21 seconds, and Fodchuk puts them on the board. 21 seconds is all that it took for Josh Fodchuk. And the dot, Crude take the win once again, looking to make a quick 2-0. The Outlaws steal it back. Carter Dickin on the close side boards is being covered very nicely by Regan Walker at the top there. Finally gets a change off to Kai Ellis. Ellis dropping it in. Coming back up is Carter Grace. Carter Grace, 2024 draft pick. And a nice quick opportunity from Brett Murray, but an absolute gorgeous save by goaltender Eric LeBlanc. So we have an arm in the air here. And the Crude are going to take the first penalty of the game. It's going to go to number 5, Tate Wedman. We'll see what the ref is going to call it here. 2 minutes for high sticking, which means that it is now a Outlaws power play. Getting it started off is Brett Murray. Murray passing it in to Grace. Back up to Murray. Down low. Back up to Dickin. Or sorry, Murray. My apologies. Bouncing off the boards. Back to Murray. Going down low for Turner. Turner, nice shot. Would have gotten a fresh 30, and he does get it as it goes into the netting off a Crude player. Grace with it. Grace cross pass. Far side, top of the circle now. Back up into the mid, halfway. Shot and off of the shoulder of LeBlanc. LeBlanc making some quick saves early to keep the Outlaws trailing by 1. Nice pass into the inside and a low shot there, bouncing wide and off the boards into the netting. They're going to call it Crude ball at about the half. Some fast-paced action here to start this game. Just under 2 minutes into the 2024 season for these two teams. Sika, late pickup from the Crude, coming from Beaumont. Sika finds his way onto the inside, decides to cut back. Didn't see a man, he gets it up to the far top of the circle. Passing it back down low, pass cut by Rogalski and picked up by the Outlaws. Everybody going for a change here as it's run up the close boards by Rogalski. Rogalski has an open lane. Nice cover by Nash Knowlton to make him force back as Grace picks it up, passes it across to Tompkins. Tompkins back to Murray. Murray, Grace, Tompkins. Moving around the outside. Hard shot from Tompkins. Misses the net. Grace picks it up. 6 seconds on the shot clock. And a nice late shot by Tompkins. But LeBlanc keeps this a 1-0 game for the Crude. It's coming up the close boards to Smith, but Smith misses it. Picked up instead by Peyton Cook. Peyton Cook getting a little bit of help there from Goudreau blocking. Cuts back. Grace now with it. Grace waiting for the change off. Pass up top. Shot and wide. And now Tate Wedman would have had a wide open opportunity, and now they're going to blow it dead for, I believe, over and back. Bit of a questionable timing on that, but Austin Wells is going to get restarted in the close side corner. Up to Sika. Sika cross pass over to Kerr. Kerr tried to find Wells down low, couldn't quite get it there. This goaltender Reed McLeod throws it up. It's cut off by Walker, who gets it down low. Open in the middle, shot. And we lost the ball there in the goaltender. Goaltender Reed McLeod couldn't find it in him, but nice wide open save. It's on the far side. Crude knocking the stick loose of a player. Didn't quite catch who that was. Now, open chance. Shot off of the shoulder. Fresh 30 to work with for the Outlaws. Rogalski in center, passing it up. And someone was drugged down a little bit. They're calling it that he was pulled down, and they're going to award it back to the Crude as Fry is going to carry it along the close side boards over by the sin bins. Fry looking for a lane, calling some shots. Pass this far side circle, down low behind the goal line. is Nestor. Nestor trying to get it out of the corner. Ball knocked loose, and now they're scrum along the boards. They're going to award a bit of unnecessary roughness and give that to the Outlaws. As Justice Cutler is going to pick this one up. Cutler passing to Jenna Snyder. Snyder, one of the first females to ever play in the North Division Junior B Tier 1. As she is going to cover Pickering, trying to come in down low. Pickering's shot goes off the crossbar and picked up by Snyder in the far corner. Snyder brought in down low. As it goes up to Booth. Josh Booth up the close side boards, passing down to Carter Grace. Grace waiting for his opportunity, waiting for his man. Grace winding up, trying to skirt his man, doesn't quite find it there. And now it's picked up by Tate Wedman. Wedman, two people on him. He's holding it still. He's still got it. He's down. Open opportunity and goal! Avery Stenson right in the middle. What an absolute beautiful assist by Wedman. And Stenson makes this game 2-0, 14:48 to go here in the first. And also be sure to get your weekly CROW LAX TV 50/50 tickets. Tickets on sale until Saturday tomorrow at 4 p.m. Scan the QR code that comes up on the screen during the commercial break, or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. Fry in the dot against Caden McCormick. Just getting it set. 2-0 Crude lead just over 5 minutes into this game. Crude making a statement against the Outlaws. The two quick goals to start this one off. It's passed into the middle. Now on the far side was Tompkins passing it down low. Cutting into the middle. Wide open shot there for Hildebrand, but save by LeBlanc. Crude have it close side. Pickering. Pickering passes across. Now up the middle is Wells. Wells waiting. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Wide open in the middle again and puts it home. That's Josh Fodchuk, his second of the game. From Austin Wells. 14:06 to go in the first period. Explore Fort Saskatchewan, discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and river valley. Work in a thriving community, play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. Crude getting the ball off of the 3-0 face-off draw. Fry holding it on this side. Over to Wells in the middle. Wells is going to pass across up to Kerr. Kerr's down low. And a shot from Nestor. And a save. Awarded back, Outlaws ball. Trying to pass it there was McCormick. McCormick lost it though. Regains it as he skirts around two Crude players. And I believe they say too many on the change. They're going to award it back over to the Crude. As Wells brings it across half. Wells into the middle for Kerr. Kerr trying to force his way inside. Gets a shot off right into the crest of goaltender Reed McLeod. McLeod passing close side to Rogalski. Ball was knocked loose and stick broken of Nash Knowlton. As Kerr is going to pick it up. And Kerr gets a nice shot off the crossbar. Ball goes all the way down back into Crude territory. But because it went off the goaltender, they are going to award it Crude ball. Sika in the dot. Shot down low. Snipe! Hunter Sika, welcome to the Crude. 4-0 Crude. Hunter Sika getting a nice welcome here with the Crude scoring in his first game with his new team. Again, his rights only remain with the Crude for this season alone. The Crude are looking to make a push, knowing that they got Fodchuk back from the Rebels, picking up some big key pieces in the draft. They were ready for it. As ball loose on this side, a couple of Crude defensemen trying to cover, but ended up getting picked up by Kai Ellis. Ellis holding it on the close side. Passes it down low. Is Dickin. Dickin cross pass just a little bit wide of Hildebrand's stick. And loose enough that the Crude do end up picking it up. Right into the middle, outlet pass for Pickering. Did not find his stick. And instead ends up behind the net as Reed McLeod picks it up. And a nice block pass from Tristan Anderson. But the Outlaws still find a way to get it. Carter Grace coming in, shot, and off the pad of Eric LeBlanc. This ball goes all the way back down into Outlaws territory. And McLeod will pass it up to Turner on the close side. Turner down low for Grace. Grace cross pass, shot, goal! Outlaws goal number 66. I don't have a 66 listed on my roster sheet. But an absolute snipe there in the middle. Make this a 4-1 game. 11:45 to go here in the first period. It's going to be Sika and McCormick in the dot. Sika and McCormick, it's going to come off Crude side. And Kerr's in the middle now, pushing his way in. Doesn't get quite enough of it, slips out of his stick, and now it's going to be a breakaway opportunity for Goudreau, who does get cut off by two Crude defenders. Coming in hot, stops up on the far side corner, and makes an outlet pass up to the top for Carter Grace. Grace looking for an open lane, finds one shot, scores! Connor Grace! First RMLL goal in his first game with the Outlaws. Carter Grace getting celebratory, everything from the bench, scoring his first goal. First round draft pick for the Outlaws, if I'm not mistaken. Gets set back for more action. 4-2, 11:17 to go here in the first period. Crude leading. Trying to do a little better than their 4-16-0 season last year. Was fourth in the North. The only team that did, or well, I guess all three teams did better than them, but next closest was the Outlaws at 6-14-0. Third in the North. Lost first round to the Rebels. And a nice shot by Dickin on the close side to no avail. Dickin does pick it up. Cross pass that was looking for Tompkins' stick, missed it. Now it's still a loose ball. Hildebrand up to Dickin. Dickin with a shot right into the crest of LeBlanc. This ball is going to bounce back over into deep into Outlaws territory. McLeod was trying to pick it up. A little too far out of his reach. Fodchuk passes it up the middle for Wells. Wells to Sika. Sika pass across to Fodchuk, I believe. And as a couple players come down, there's going to be, I believe, 2 penalties here. I think they're calling both of them potentially. Maybe we're only calling the Crude. I'm not 100% sure here. This is a Crude penalty only. Let's see. 2 minutes cross-checking is the call to the Crude. So it's going to be another Outlaws power play. So Brett Murray starts it off. Pass down low, now behind the goal line. Passing across Grace with it. Up top, Murray. Passing it around the outside. Murray down low, and a nice shot there from Connor Turner down low. Goes wide. It's Murray now back with it again. Grace. Back to Grace. Murray gives him a nice pick shot wide from Grace. Ball loose behind the net right now, and Turner trying to pick it up. And he's pulled down. Crude looking for a call, none forthcoming. As the Outlaws still working on this power play. Hard shot there from Murray. It's now picked up by Wedman. Wedman's going to bring it up, covered by 2, maybe 3 Outlaws players. Wedman using his size and speed to get through that middle, but ends up passing it off to Kerr. Kerr shorthanded. Just trying to kill some time off this clock. One of the tallest guys out there right now. 46 seconds to go on this power play opportunity for the Outlaws. Shot clock expires, going to be Outlaws ball either way here. Passed up the close side to Poulsen. Poulsen going for a change off. Gives it to Hildebrand. Hildebrand walking it in slowly to Dicken. Hildebrand back down low. Outlaws just working it around the outside, trying to catch a Crude defender off balance, trying to catch him out of his position. Behind the back does not go through. Shot clock winding down. Crude are going to pick it up to get a fresh 39 seconds remaining on this power play opportunity for the Outlaws. And that is another penalty killed by the by the Crude, sorry. A nice job there by them. And through traffic making that shot was Wells, covered by 2 Outlaws players. It does go wide. Bringing it up quickly down the far side. Cook now. Cook stops up. Makes pass to Grace. Grace down low. Wide open man shot. And Cutler, Justice Cutler, cannot put it home. Crude now with it. Getting around a couple guys with Dzwanka. Dzwanka into the middle for Sika. Sika finds an open lane, decides nope, now is not the time, but does find an open Kerr who gets a shot off, and a nice save by Reed McLeod to keep it a 4-2 game. Grace bringing it into the zone. Quick shot off the shoulder of LeBlanc. Now it's a 2-on-2 opportunity here for the Crude. 3-on-2 shot. And Nestor's shot doesn't find the twine. Wells holding it. Giving it to Sika. Sika looking for the man. Waiting for everyone to get in position. Makes a shot on his own. Saved by McLeod as he drops down. 6:41 to go here in the first. Crude leading 4-2. Shots 14 apiece. And a nice rotation by Murray to pick that up, getting a nice pass down low. Can't find the open lane, and then a nice shot from Preston Stewart. But LeBlanc has the answer once again. Crude are going to bring it. Cross in the middle now is Walker. Walker passing it off to Kerr. Kerr trying to push through. Currently as Knowlton is trying to find a lane as well. Now ball loose down in the far side corner. And that is Fodchuk and Goudreau that were fighting for it. Goudreau is going to come away with that. Run it up fast. 2-on-1 opportunity here for the Outlaws. Back forth shot and wide. Could have had a quick shot opportunity there from the Outlaws. And it's going to be too many players on the floor for the Outlaws, and I believe that's going to be a bench minor. Too many players to the Outlaws, so that's going to be a bench minor. And the Crude are going to get their first power play opportunity of the game, with 5:43 to play in the first. Sika gets it started. Already got him quarterbacking this power play in his first game with the Crude. Sika, pass over. Fodchuk, Kerr. Sika Wells, and I couldn't catch the other number, as the Outlaws are going to come away with it now. It's Peyton Cook. It's Cook and Tompkins together. As Cook waits, gets it to Grace. Grace just getting absolutely manhandled right now in the slot. Finds his way through. Grace, nice. And there's going to be a penalty coming up to the Crude. So that is going to be a short-lived power play. This is now 6-on-5 till the Crude touch that ball. Grace with it now. Grace down low into the middle. Shot and save. Now the Crude are taking a penalty, and that is going to negate that power play with 1:07 of 4-on-4 time. 15. 2 minutes for holding. That's to Oscar Twells. At Vimy, lacrosse excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. They are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Explore the academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. Ball loose deep in the Outlaws zone on this 4-on-4. Another 42 seconds of that to go. Touched up, and there's going to be another penalty, I think, coming up here to the Crude. These refs are not having it tonight. I think everybody's a little confused here. Two minutes for slash to the goaltender, actually. They're calling LeBlanc on 2 minutes for slashing. Didn't see who is serving that one. But LeBlanc is going to get that penalty. It's going to be 4-on-3 for 37 seconds for the Outlaws. Then they're going to get a 5-on-3 power play opportunity for at least 40 seconds, which is a pretty solid opportunity if you're the Outlaws to try and crawl your way back into this game with 4:07 to go in the first. Passing opportunities around. The Outlaws can't quite seem to find a lane, and finally getting a shot off was Tompkins with 5 seconds on the shot clock. It is going to expire, and that is going to be Crude ball. Crude up 4-2, 5 seconds remaining in the penalty to the Outlaws. Now with a 53-second 5-on-3 opportunity. This is a huge chance for the Outlaws to make something count here. Is Sika with it. Sika's just going to try and kill as much time as he can. He's got 2 Outlaws defenders on him. He's getting manhandled there. Now almost 3. And now coming away with it is Rogalski. He's got Carter Dickin with him. 2-on-1 opportunity. Dickin, nice shot. And LeBlanc keeping this a 4-2 game. 30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3 power play. Kerr trying to back into the zone here. And they're going to award it to the Outlaws. I'm not 100% sure if that was a too many players or what on the change, but either way, big for the Outlaws. 10 seconds left on their 5-on-3 opportunity. They can make this count. Grace down low, shot, save. Tompkins, LeBlanc. Now a 5-on-4 opportunity for the Outlaws. Another 27 seconds there. Moving it around the outside, or the Outlaws holding it for a quick second, is Tompkins. Waiting for everybody to get a change off. Grace. The Outlaws are short a man right now. There's the last one, and a nice shot there from the outside by Tompkins to no avail. 4-3, 2-1, and that will end the Outlaws power play as it stands. 2:20 to go in the first. Nice job by the Crude, killing off a long 5-on-3 penalty kill. He's currently fighting for it in the close side corner. Crude are going to come away with it. And a nice shot in the middle by Pickering. McLeod had the answer. As now we're back into the corner fighting for it. Now behind the net still. Ball is loose. Nobody can quite get it, and they're going to award it to the Outlaws. It's Polson throwing it up the middle. Dickin with it. Stopping up in the circle, waiting, and gets it to Grace. Grace trying to get around his man. Instead, elects to pass it. Grace getting it back, getting a shot off high, and LeBlanc hits his shoulder. And now the Crude are holding it here. I'm not quite sure. There it is right there. A shot by Wedman and nice save by Reed McLeod. 1 minute, 17 seconds to go in the first period, 4-2 Crude lead. Fodchuk picks it up. Fodchuk trying to get the Hattie in the first period. Drugged down there by Tompkins. No penalty coming up for that. Sika picks it up. Sika bringing it in, gets it to Wedman. Wedman is not going to have a chance, as just under 1 minute to play here in the first period. Kai Ellis. Ellis being covered by Kerr. Ellis does find a way to slip out of it and tries to get a pass through the middle. Goes flying a little bit, 40 seconds to go. Crude are going to kill as much time as they can on this run. Give the Outlaws a little to no chance to make anything happen going into the first intermission. Fry passing over to Ballantyne. Ballantyne, ball loose, 20 seconds to go. This could be the final run. 15, that's Josh Booth. Booth, nice save by LeBlanc. 12 seconds to go. This will probably be the final rush of the period. Crude are going to elect to try and get one opportunity. Late shot there, and ball is going to go all the way back down into Crude territory. As the ball is going to stay there, they're going to run the clock, and that does it for the first period here from inside Jerome McGinley Arena through 20 minutes of play. Crude up 4-2 on the Outlaws. Shots in favor of the Outlaws, 23-17. You're watching CROW LAX TV. We'll be back with the second. Welcome back inside Jerome McGinley Arena as we get set for second period action here between the Crude and the Outlaws. First game of the North Division 2024 season. Through 20 minutes, 4-2 Crude lead, but the Outlaws do lead the shot clock 23-17. Crude taking the brunt of the penalties in that period. 4-1 penalties for the Crude over the Outlaws. The set is Sika and McCormick. Second period now underway. Sika with the face-off draw win. Passing over to Walker. Walker looking for a change, looking to find a man. He does find one in Sika. Sika bringing it into the zone, up to Fry to Kerr. Kerr down low is Fodchuk. Fodchuk cutting up to the high side, cutting back down low. Covered by Cutler, 7-second shot clock. Shot goes off, and McLeod with the save. Passing it to Goudreau, who's runs it right to left, up the close side boards. Goudreau covered by Robertson on the outside. Finds a lane. Pass it down low, cross pass now is Grace. Grace bringing it up, open man shot from Connor Turner. Save as the ball drops right into the middle. 4-second shot clock left, and it's going to be Crude ball from about the middle. Bowie passing it off. Far side Sika. Sika a little spin move on the far side boards. Being covered right now by Sutherland. Getting a little bit of help from a couple of his teammates. Making a pass across. Doesn't find Ballantyne's stick. And now loose ball picked up by Snyder. Snyder, nice job to slip that little shot there from Nestor. Snyder dragged down, keeps it, passes it across, and ball goes out of play and be awarded back to the Crude. Dzwanka in the middle, far side. Looks like it's Wells. Now to Fodchuk. Fodchuk cuts into the middle, open lane shot. Wide, hits the back of the net. Picked up by the Outlaws. As Cutler's going to bring it through the middle. Cutler stops up. Cross pass to Grace. Grace, Cutler in the middle, shot. And save from Eric LeBlanc. Eric LeBlanc just stonewalling the Outlaws, and a nice hit attempt there by Tompkins on the close side boards, and a bouncing shot from Kerr. Sika over to Ballantyne. Ballantyne to Fodchuk. Fodchuk now being covered. Bouncing pass. Knocked loose by Kai Ellis. Ball still loose, and penalty upcoming. I don't know which team is getting it, and it's going to be the Crude that's going to take the penalty as Josh Booth brings it in. Goudreau cuts in, and a bouncing shot off the post. There's going to be a 2-minute slashing call coming up to the Crude. Be 2 minutes slashing. So I believe that's Fodchuk coming into the box. No, it is not. That is Nash Knowlton. Knowlton. 2 minutes slashing. 17-12 to go in the second. As the Outlaws now on what is now their 5th power play opportunity of the game, including a 5-on-3 at one point. Passing it around the outside are the Outlaws. Had decent work last year on the power play. And a nice shot from outside by Tompkins. Tompkins and Robertson exchanging a few words. There's no Brendan Schaff. Schaff is wearing the 66. He's the one that got the first goal for the Outlaws this game. Outlaws just looking for that spot. Cut pass. It was intended for Turner. And now the Crude going to bring it the other way. Wedman Finds his way through the middle, one-on-one, bouncing shot up into the netting. It's now Justice Cutler. Cutler pass up. And Rogalski did have a bit of an open lane, but he neglected to take it, instead opting to pass it back to Tompkins so he could walk it in. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Passing it around the outside. Murray's at the top, quarterbacking. Carter Grace gets an open shot. It's going to go wide, but gets enough of a piece of the goaltender for a fresh 30. And they're not resetting the shot clock. Now they got it. Outlaws around the outside. Schaff was looking for something there. As Tompkins picks it up. Pass into the middle for Turner. Misses his stick. Picked up by Dzwanka on the far side. Dzwanka bounce pass. Stenson bringing it in. Stenson covered, 6 seconds left on that power play opportunity. And that will do it for the Outlaws power play. Another failed opportunity for them. They're going to be kicking themselves for missing now 5 power play chances. There's still 14:53 to go here in the second. Schaff passing it to Hildebrand. Hildebrand cross pass to Grace. Misses his stick. Grace still picks it up anyway. Tompkins now. Tompkins trying to get around. He's not finding it. Not finding it. 1 second, and his shot's going to go wide, as that is going to end up as a Crude ball. Picked up by Fodchuk. Fodchuk tries to go down low for Fry. Fry misses it. Just bounces out of his stick to no avail. Outlaws with a quick opportunity. Shot and goal. Carter Grace, his second of the game, puts it within 1. 4-3 Crude lead. Outlaws slowly crawling their way back into this game. They're finding ways to get around the Crude defense. Also be sure to get those weekly 50/50 tickets here on CROW LAX TV. These tickets are on sale this weekend until tomorrow, Saturday, 4 p.m. Scan the QR code on your screen during intermissions or when it comes up during the game. Or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on both Instagram and X. Bring it through the middle. Regan Walker. Walker, hard shot, goes wide. Loose ball in the back. It's Wells and Goudreau trying to fight for it. Ends up finding its way to goaltender Reed McLeod, who passes it on the close side to Peyton Cook. Cook, 2-on-2 opportunity. Cook finds a way around LeBlanc. And Peyton Cook ties this game up 4-4. 13:42 to go in the second. An unbelievable shot from Cook. Looked like he didn't have quite enough on it that he wanted, and it still finds its way past LeBlanc as he goes left to right. Couldn't get there quite quick enough to pull this to a 4-4 game. Pushed down, Caden McCormick behind the Crude net. Crude gonna come away with it. As Kerr brings it into the zone, stops up just outside the top of the circle. Kerr taking a shot, hits the back of somebody. That sounded like it's gonna leave a welt. And now it's going to be a quick 2-on-1, 3-on-1 opportunity for the Outlaws. And they get it done! Brett Murray makes it a 5-4 game. An unbelievable quick couple goals from the Outlaws. And just like that, the Crude are on their heels. They're taking a timeout. They need to figure out what's going on quick after letting in 3 goals in quick succession here. 13:09 to play in the second period. CROW LAX TV and the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 Division are proud to be supporting the Chris Latondra Wellness Foundation and the Canadian Mental Health Association to implement their Talk Today program. In 2020, a beloved player of the game to many in the North Division, Chris Latondra died by suicide aged 25 while battling mental health issues. Chris Latondra Wellness Foundation was formed in 2021 to preserve his memory and call the lacrosse community to action in support of mental health in the game of lacrosse and beyond. Donations can be made at edmonton.cmha.ca/talk-today-CLWF. You could also visit our social media channels for a direct link at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and on X. 5-4 Outlaws lead now. 13 to go in the second. Fry passing it off to Sika on the far side now. Sika to Fodchuk. Knocked down in the middle was Nestor. No penalty forthcoming. Nestor limping. He's injured on that play. He's trying to get there quick. It's picked up by Fodchuk and shot clock expires. Nestor is going to the back for repairs. Looks like he's going to walk it off there behind the Crude bench. Heading down the tunnel. We'll update you as we know about Caden Nestor. Crude bringing it across now. 3-on-2 in favor of the Outlaws. Now 5-on-3 in favor of the Outlaws. There's a lot of Crude players hanging back. Anderson holding it. Anderson gets a shot off and save. Second chance opportunity for Kerr. No dice. Gavin Osmond. Osmond looking to get it pass. Finds one in Snyder. Bounces off of Snyder's stick. And picked up deep in the zone by Oscar Twells. Twells in the middle. Sika to Kerr. Sika up to Ballantyne. Ballantyne to Sika, off Sika's stick. Sika finds his way into the middle, shot, quick shot. And there's going to be a penalty coming up to the Outlaws. That is going to be a penalty to number 20, Jacob Goudreau. I believe it's going to be 2 minutes for slashing, pleading his case. Pleading his case, and they're going to give him interference there. Goudreau heads to the box, not happy about it. Understandable, I wouldn't be happy either. Fodchuk, Sika, back to Fodchuk. Fodchuk, hard shot, scores! Josh Fodchuk. 5-5 power play goal. The Crude find a way to get it done. 11:02 to go in the second period. Sure, head coach Garen Schmerman will be happy about that one for the Crude. Behind the bench for the Outlaws, brand new head coach Philip Smith. Sure, he's going to be happy about his team's performance either way in this game so far. Keeping up 5-5 with the Crude as we approach the halfway point of this game. Crude get the face-off draw win as Wedman picks it up and passes it down low. Cross pass to Wells. Wells back to Kerr. Kerr to Sika on the far side. A hard shot. by Wells. It passes McLeod, but gets enough of them to go a little bit wide. Rogalski's going to quickly run it up into the side. Off to Cutler. Cutler waiting for it to Grace. Grace to Hildebrand. Hildebrand looking to get somebody off their lane. Tries to go to Tompkins, who had a wide open chance in the middle. And off the stick of Hildebrand and into the netting off that pass. Gives the Crude another opportunity to work with. 10:09 to go here in the second period. Shots 30-21 in favor of the Outlaws. Ball knocked loose by Peyton Cook. He's got a wide open chance. And saved by LeBlanc. Shut the door. Cook waiting. Looking for a man. Finds it in Schaff. Schaff into the middle. Dickin comes down a little too late to make a shot opportunity. Passes to Schaff. And cross pass into nobody's stick. Grace picks it up, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Grace, quick shot. Wide into the netting. They're somehow going to award this one to the Outlaws. And I don't know. I didn't think that was an Outlaws ball, but I digress. Grace, deep with it, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Covered on the outside. He absolutely breaks the ankles of Riley Robertson to get a shot off. Now the Crude are going to come up 2-on-1 opportunity. Fodchuk drugged down. Penalty coming up, and I feel like that should be a penalty shot personally, but we'll see what they call here. No, they're just going to call it holding. So the Outlaws going to take a penalty here. Carter Grace. To be honest, if I'm head coach Philip Smith, I'm not even mad about that penalty to Carter Grace. Grace, fantastic job to prevent an absolutely stellar chance from Josh Fodchuk and keep this a 5-5 tie as Crude going to head on the power play with Sika getting it started. Passing around slowly on the outside, finds its way back to Sika at the top. To Fodchuk. Fodchuk had a chance. Fodchuk back with it now. Down low's Kerr. Fodchuk. Sika. Sika gets pinched. Tries to throw it to Fodchuk to no avail. And now that's going to be Jacob Goudreau running it fast. 3-on-1 shorthanded opportunity. And cut off nicely by the Crude. Tristan Anderson. Nice job. And a bit of a floater there. Could have ended up in the netting. Crude lucky that didn't. And a nice job by Wells to prevent that one. And Crude trying to knock it loose. Cutler doing a nice job keeping that ball in his stick. An open chance for Cook. And shoved down was a Crude player. So they're going to call that Crude ball. As Kerr carries it through the middle. 7:50 to go here in the second period. Crude still on 47 seconds of power play time. Fodchuk looking for it. Elects to go to Sika. Sika, Kerr, Fodchuk. Quarterbacking this opportunity here. Fodchuk, hard shots, and a nice save by McLeod. As McLeod tries to send it, Fodchuk cuts it off. And scores! Josh Fodchuk. Another power play goal for Fodchuk. Back to back. And they might actually negate this one. They are. They're calling it no goal. It looks like somebody's taking a 2-minute penalty here for too many players on the floor. Nobody seems to be too sure here right now. Refs are telling the Crude get somebody over to the box. So that's going to be a Crude bench. And negate the power play goal and, quite frankly, negate the power play in its entirety. 24 seconds of 4-on-4 time, followed by a minute and a half of power play time for the Outlaws. And that's going to be another Outlaws power play. Crude bringing it in through the side. That's Stenson. Stenson. Pass. Nice pass into the middle. It was Ballantyne looking for a shot. Fry was knocked down. They were hoping for a call. Fry gives an extra little shot to Murray after the whistle. And now it is going to be an Outlaws power play. 5-on-4, minute 32 of time. Outlaws going to go for a change off. Play it 4-on-4. Currently held by Ballantyne, who's got 2 Outlaws defenders on him. Shoving him back, but the Crude are going to keep it. Cohen Sutherland was going right there for Sika. Sika low shot goes wide. That's going to bounce and be Outlaws ball anyway. So they're going to elect to go for a change. As Carter Grace picks it up, pass to Brendan Schaff. Schaff to Hildebrand. Hildebrand. Grace. Back to Hildebrand. Low shot. Wide. Looks like he might have gotten a piece of the defender. And ball is going to bounce all the way back into Outlaws territory. 9 seconds on the shot clock. They got to make something happen quick. 4-3 shot, and they do get it off in time. They don't reset the clock, but that's all right. Crude do end up coming away with it anyway. It's Riley Robertson. Robertson gets it right into the middle. Hit a stick, I believe the stick of Jenna Snyder. Making herself known on the defense tonight. Loose ball behind the net, picked up by Fry. 12 seconds of power play time remain for the Outlaws. Crude are going to try and kill off as much time as they can to get Tyson Smith back on the floor. Fawchuk with a last shot opportunity there right at the end of that penalty kill. Smith comes back out. We stay at 5-5, 5:17 to go in the second period. 33-23 shots in favor of the Outlaws. As Schaff has it. Tried to go to Tompkins in the middle. Doesn't find his stick as now it's a 2-on-1. And the Outlaws do come away with it. Schaff with it now. Schaff. High shot saved by LeBlanc. Crude have it now. They're telling them to drop it. It's an Outlaws ball. Ellis. Schaff. Looking to get around a couple guys. To Grace. Grace with a shot high. And they're going to award it to the Crude as the ball bounces all the way back down and deep into Outlaws territory with 4:43 to go in the second period. The bouncing shot there right after the whistle from Kerr. Goes high and wide. Sika with it. Sika to Fawchuk. Fawchuk in the middle takes a bit of a high shot. Knocked down now after getting the pass away. Trying to push his way in there was Kerr, but no luck. Fawchuk with it, 6 seconds on the shot clock, and he's just going to opt to throw that ball out and let the shot clock expire and give it to the Outlaws. Crude bench screaming for a call, and they're not going to get one. Hildebrand. Shot. And while LeBlanc gets just enough of it, it falls behind him, and he knocks it just wide. And an absolutely miraculous thanks to his pads for that one. Goudreau with it. To Schaff in the middle. Schaff looking for a passing lane, gets it to Tompkins. Tompkins to Hildebrand. Hildebrand, spin move. Tries to get a shot on a second spin move, but covered by Sika in the corner. Schaff has it. And now it's going to be a breakaway opportunity for Wedman. And a nice save by Reed McLeod. Keeps it 5-5. 3:18 to go in the second period. Stick knocked loose there. Walker passes it off to Sika. Sika covered by 4 Outlaws defenders. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't even try to go into there, Sika. Around the outside, getting a shot off was Knowlton going wide. Now it's being run up by Polson. Polson goes loose, bouncing pass. Was aiming for Rogalski. The stick was knocked out of a Crude player hand. And we're going to get an interference call here to the Outlaws with 2:41 to go in the second. Looking for the number here. That is going to go to Wyatt Polson. And that's going to be the 4th now power play opportunity for the Crude in this game. Explore Fort Saskatchewan, discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and river valley. Work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan as the Crude take the lead on a power play goal. Makes it 6-5. And that is going to be Tristan Anderson getting that goal. Put the Crude up 6-5. That one is going to count. 2:28 to play in the second, 35-25. Outlaws lead on the shot clock. 6-5 Crude lead. As Outlaws win that face-off opportunity. Now on the close side boards, Kerr being covered nicely. Kerr to Wells. Wells back to Kerr. Bounced loose out of his stick. He still picks it up. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Tried to go to Ballantyne down low and picked up by the Outlaws. Now Outlaws, wide open opportunity for Rogalski here. And he gets it! It counts! Jarrett Rogalski makes it a 6-6 game. And a quick return on that. 36-25 now, shots in favor of the Outlaws. At Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. They're dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Explore the academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. Outlaws currently with the ball. That's Wyatt Polson. Turner holding it now. Gets it to Grace. Grace slips his way into the middle. And Carter Grace with a hat trick in his first game in Junior B. Round of applause for Carter Grace. Did not take him long to get that first hattie. Now a minute 21 remaining in the second. Sorry, minute 27, my apologies. They're going to award this ball to the Outlaws off of the face-off. As Cutler passes it to Hildebrand. Hildebrand looking for a man. Back to Cutler. Cutler looking to slip his man. Can't quite do it. Finds a lane to the inside. Cuts back and passes to Dickin up top. Dickin to Tompkins. Hildebrand. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gets a low shot wide. And that's going to bounce all the way back into Outlaws territory. as the shot clock is going to expire. So that ball is going to end up at about the blue line, give or take. As Fodchuk gets it restarted. Passing over to Wells. Under a minute to go in the second. Crude looking to tie it up here. Nice shot by Wells. Second opportunity by Fodchuk. And Fodchuk puts it home. 7-7. This game is an absolutely wild back and forth affair. Off the draw, Crude are going to win that one. Going to head back to Wedman. Wedman to Kerr. Kerr tried to go to Fry, no luck. 28 seconds left. And Outlaws going to try and get one late one to go into the second, up by a goal. Ball loose. Wedman throws it up. Ends up with Stenson. Stenson's going to run it in. 11 seconds left in this period. They're going to try and run out the time as much as they can. Pass to Ballantyne, no luck. To Kerr, 3 seconds. He's got to make something happen quick. 2-1, and a shot. And his stick hits Cohen Sutherland in the face a bit there. Sutherland seems to be fine. Through 2 periods here inside Jerome McGinley Arena, 7-7 tie. Shots 37-27 in favor of the Outlaws. You're watching CROW LAX TV. Sika with it in the corner. Passes up to the middle. No one was available to take that. As the shot clock expires, and Goudreau is going to pick it up in the far side corner. Goudreau. Pass off to Hildebrand. Hildebrand down to Grace. Grace Hattie already in this game, and first game in Junior B. Off of goaltender Eric LeBlanc into the netting. Schaff on the outside, passing it to Hildebrand. Hildebrand finds a lane into the middle. Low shot goes wide. Bounces right back to him. Now to Tompkins. Tompkins with it. Schaff trying to spin around a defender. Gets a pass off to Tompkins. It's going to end up with the Crude goaltender. Pass across on the inside. Lucas Bowie with it. Bowie passing to Wells. Wells holding it. Looking to make a pass. Snyder covering him. Finds his way around Snyder and makes the shot. Does not find its way through, and now that's going to be Peyton Cook with it quickly up the side. And LeBlanc gets enough of a piece of it to turn it away. Robertson calling for the change. Kerr passing it down low. Fawchuk to Fry. Fry trying to go to the middle. Tries to go to Kerr. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Crude have to make something happen quick here. As Kerr tries to power his way in. Does end up making a shot, but doesn't find its way past goaltender Reed McLeod. Outlaws moving it left to right. Into the deep corner now is Carter Grace. Grace looking for a lane into the middle. Stops partway through. Comes back out, passing to Murray. Outlaws looking to get around Murray. What a goal by Brett Murray. Behind the back, 8-7 Outlaws lead. What a shot. That confused goaltender Eric LeBlanc. And on the 40th shot of the game for the Outlaws, they go back up 8-7. Sika and McCormick back into the middle to the face-off dot. Loose ball currently. Outlaws do pick it up. Kai Ellis. Ellis. Two Crude defenders trying to slip around board side. Gets stopped up by the both. Gets a little bit of assistance from Dickin. Loose ball does come away with it as Ellis. Pass over to Tompkins. Back across to Turner. Turner with a shot. I think it might have gotten the inside of a Crude, the Crude goaltender's heel and bounced out into the netting. Fry now with it. Waiting for the change off. Makes it to Sika. Sika gets some nice help from Fry. Pass to Kerr. Kerr to the middle is Nestor. Back to Sika. Sika, 7-second shot clock. Nestor. It's knocked loose, and that's going to be Outlaws' ball. Now picked up by Osman. Osman gets it up to Grace. Grace coming in hot. And he buries it! Carter Grace! A 4-goal game so far to make it 9-7. And a reminder, get your weekly CROW LAX TV 50/50 tickets. They're on sale until 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Scan the QR code whenever it comes up during the broadcast, or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. Outlaws with it now. Grace into the middle for Tompkins. Tompkins Circles it back. Turner back to Grace. Grace already 4 goals today. Goes for 5th. Goes wide. Hildebrand. Far side boards. Back to Grace. Near the middle. Looking for Turner on the inside. Couldn't quite get it. And Turner gets knocked down. And they're going to award some roughing there on that. So they're going to keep it as a Outlaws ball. As Turner starts it in the close side corner. Grace. Carter Grace ripper through some traffic, ends up in the netting. They are going to call it, I believe, Outlaws ball still. Indeed they do, as Dickin gets it started. Immediate pass to Tompkins, now over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand to Tompkins. Tompkins shaft now, far side. Tries to cut it into the middle for Hildebrand, but Outlaws do retain it. And Grace with a shot that goes off of the tushy of Wedman. Dickin ends up coming away with it. They do have a fresh 30 to work with, the Outlaws. Hildebrand. Schaff on the far side. Schaff cuts in, looking for a shot, backs off. Gives it to Tompkins in the middle. Tries to go over to Murray. Murray fumbles it a little bit, but comes away with it anyways. Hildebrand trying to get a shot off with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Kind of just floats wide. We got some pushing and shoving here. Stick dropped. It's Hildebrand and Pickering were going at each other a little bit there. Who are they calling here? Are they giving it 2 apiece? Pickering's for sure getting 2. We'll see if one goes back the other way. And it does. So we're going to play some 4-on-4, I believe. Each of them going to get 2 for a little bit of tussling after the whistle. We'll see if they play 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 here. They're setting up for a 4-on-4. Fry right in the middle gets a shot off. It goes out of his stick immediately, though. Doesn't get any piece of it. Outlaws going way down and right into the netting. So that negates that opportunity right away as it goes back to the Crude. As Kerr brings it in. Fodchuk with it. Fodchuk gets a nice shot away. McLeod makes a nice save there to keep it a 9-7 game in favor of the Outlaws. Outlaws holding it, looking for an opportunity to make. Pass to Dickin. Dickin now, 4-on-4 for another minute 9. 13:30 to go in the third period as Schaff shoves his way through traffic, does get a shot off, so that technically would have been a fresh 30 for the Outlaws, but the Crude still do come away with it. Trying to knock it loose right now of Stenson was Brett Murray, giving him a couple shots there on the close side boards. As Wells currently holding it. No, he's not. I was even mistaken by that. Sometimes even I get caught off guard. As now the Outlaws trying to go deep to Kai Ellis. Was a little wide of him. As now Ellis trying to knock it loose of Robertson. Robertson does get away with it, brings it across the middle onto the far side for Fodchuk. Fodchuk behind the back. Tried to find Robertson going point blank, but no avail. Fodchuk holds it 14 on the shot clock. Fodchuk, far side boards, tries to pass into the middle wide. Hits the referee right here by the boards. Right on the close side boards. And he's going to call it. Think he got hit in the mouth there, so just a quick little break there from them. Well, proud sponsors of CROW LAX TV, the city of Fort Saskatchewan. Explore Fort Saskatchewan, discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and River Valley. Work in a thriving community, play where every moment is memorable. Visit Work and Play in Fort Saskatchewan. And Vimy Ridge Academy at Vimy Lacrosse Excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors, dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Explore their academy today at vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. So Crude had the Outlaws had a couple opportunities there. Nothing happened on any of them, but the ball does end up back in deep in Outlaws territory as a Crude ball. Kerr with it at the top. Nice pass down low and diving shot and goal! What an absolutely beautiful diving play. And I'm trying to catch a number there. It looks like it was Caden Nestor that picks that one up. Caden Nestor pulls the Crude back within one, 9-8 Outlaws lead. 11:59 to go here in the third period. Just a quick score update from elsewhere around Junior B. Shamrocks currently up 14-7 on the Mounties. That game also right now in the third period. Outlaws with the ball. Holding it on the far side, covered by Fry. Tries to go through the middle to Dickin. Doesn't find him, but Dickin does come away with it anyways. Murray with a shot off of the back into the rafters. So that's going to be Crude ball. Nolski. Wow, Nolski. Wells. The names do not match some of the jerseys. My apologies there. Now Jenna Snyder going to have an opportunity here one-on-one against Sika. Snyder passes. Cross-check to the back, and there's going to be a penalty to the Crude forthcoming. They're going to call 2 minutes cross-checking on the Crude. So that's going to go to Lucas Bowie of the Crude Lacrosse Club. Outlaws going to be back on the power play, up by a goal. And they're going to call that a double minor as well. They're going to give them 4 minutes for cross-checking. It's rough if you're the Crude. It's not what you needed right now. Outlaws passing it around the outside. Carter Grace holding it right now. Back over to Tompkins. Tompkins across to Turner. Into Schaff. Schaff with a shot off of the post. The Crude are going to come away with it. Right now holding it on the close side is Regan Walker. Finds Fry. So Walker can go for a change. Fry doesn't want to back up too much more. 7 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to try and kill as much as they can. Back to Fry. Fry's going to try and make a move inside, and shot clock expires. Fry giving some words over to Rogalski, who just kept hitting him after the shot clock expired. I'm sure Fry's not happy about that one. Carter Grace. Tompkins. Schaff. Schaff, Tompkins, Grace, Turner, and Murray, the 5 on the floor right now for the Outlaws, looking to go up by a deuce. Tompkins, nice shot, nice save by LeBlanc. LeBlanc facing a lot of heat tonight. He's doing a nice job of keeping the Crude in this game. Turner tried to go for a no-look pass, but instead cut off by the Crude. as it's going to be an interesting little opportunity there, and a nice job by Murray to knock it loose out of Stenson's stick. Regain the ball. 2:13 to go on the double minor for cross-checking to Bowie. Same five still on the floor for the Outlaws. As Grace looks for a low shot that goes wide. Schaff with a second chance opportunity right into the crest. As the first 2 minutes have expired on that penalty. Still another minute 40 to go. It's currently held by Wells, who gets it to Sika. Back to Sika. Tries to cut on the inside. Sika finds a lane, knocked loose there. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Crude have to make a shot here. Does make one, goes wide. So going to be Outlaws ball. Picked up by Tompkins. Again, they got their first unit power play out here, but now you got Hildebrand and Dickin out there with Grace, Schaff, and Tompkins. Electing to switch it up a bit with a minute to go on this power play opportunity. Hard shots and nice save by LeBlanc. Tompkins on the outside. Outlaws just absolutely working over the Crude right now on this power play opportunity. Schaff picks up the rebound, gets it back up top. Back to Dickin. Dickin with a hard shot, goes into the close side corner. He's going to pick it up himself. 37 seconds of power play time remains. Dickin holding it again to Tompkins. Tompkins winds up, and Tompkins buries it. Tompkins power play goal, 10-8. Crude are trailing, Outlaws lead. So 7:32 to go here in the third. You're down by a pair. 48-32, you're being outshot. If you're head coach Garen Schmerman, you got to be wondering what you got to do to get it past Reed McLeod. How do you find a way to knock the Outlaws D off balance? You found a way 8 times so far, but the Outlaws have found 10 times a way to get around your D. As Outlaws currently holding it now, 5-on-5, another shot. And a save there. There's a glove and a stick just laying on the floor. That was the stick of Fry. Somebody's glove is just chilling there as the Outlaws currently have it in the zone. 2 Outlaws defended by 4 Crude as everybody tries to get a change off. Dickin, Schaff. Schaff cutting in, passes. And a shot there by Ellis, save by LeBlanc. The long pass up to Fry in the middle. Fry waiting for some reinforcements here, trying to fend off the defense of Peyton Cook. As he does find a way around him, and now he's instead met by Cohen Sutherland. And passes to Sika. Sika across. Now it's down on far side corner, Fodchuk. And in the middle, a nice open opportunity there for Nash Knowlton, but he doesn't find a way. Cohen Sutherland now passing by the boxes with it, covered by Sika. These 2 former teammates last year on the Outlaws. Tompkins. To Grace. Grace having himself a night in his first Junior B game. It's Tompkins with a shot, long shot, and a nice save by LeBlanc. 5:50 to go here in the third. Outlaws come away with it. And a pass to Dickin misses his stick. They're going to call it over and back. Crude awarded the ball. Wells makes that pass across to Fodchuk. Fodchuk, a nice shot. And dropping down to make the save was Reed McLeod. Nice save by him to keep the Outlaws leading this by 2. Cutler bringing it across, finds his way around. Caden Nestor still holding it in the close side corner, now covered by 2 Crude players. And I don't know who's getting a penalty here, because it looked like Crude gets a holding call. Caden Nestor is going to head to the box for 2. 2 minutes holding. Outlaws moving it around the outside. Tompkins holding it now. Once again, this first power play unit back out for the Outlaws. Tompkins to Grace. Grace with a hard shot. And Turner's going to pick it up in the close side corner and get it back to Grace, who finds Tompkins streaking in, and Tompkins just gets the side of LeBlanc. Brett Murray. Tompkins cuts into the middle to Grace. Grace tried to make a nice pass. He picks up his own rebound. Tompkins. Grace. Tompkins. Finds his way through. Tries to go to Grace on the far side. Misses him, but he still picks it up anyway. Hard shot off the post. .55 seconds to go in this power play for the Outlaws. You get one more with 4 minutes to go, and you practically put away this game. That's what the Outlaws are looking to do right now as Tompkins holds it. Him and Murray passed it back and forth, and Murray puts it home. And Brett Murray makes it 11-8 for the Outlaws. Now a 3-goal game. Make sure to get your 50-50 tickets before 4 p.m. tomorrow. Your weekly CROW LAX TV cash draw. You can scan the QR code during the game or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. Current jackpot sitting at a total of $280. Outlaws want some insurance here, so they're going to try and make it work as Tompkins makes a hard shot and a save by LeBlanc. Picked up by the Outlaws. Middle for Dickin. Dickin knocked off the ball very nicely by Wedman, and Crude are going to pick it up. They got 3 minutes to get 3 goals. Let's see if they can make it happen. Tristan Anderson moving it in and passing it off to Austin Wells. Wells holding it, waiting. Watching down for LeBlanc, see if he's going to leave the net or not. And a wide shot by Knowlton. Goes off of an Outlaw player. Remains Crude ball. Wells. And they're going to award it to the Outlaws on an off-ball violation. Outlaws are just going to want to kill some time here with 2:35 to go. Crude do end up picking it up with Stenson. I don't know if they thought Stenson still had the ball, but a couple Outlaws were still on him. But now picked up by Peyton Cook. Cook now shaking it off. Now we're on the far side to Schaff once again. Schaff cutting in, covered nicely by Dzwanka. Now Turner at the top makes a shot that goes off Stenson's arm and ends up in the stick of LeBlanc. LeBlanc throwing it down to Stenson. Stenson to Sika. Just under 2 to go as Sika has the ball. And the Crude have now pulled goaltender Eric LeBlanc. It's an empty net as the Outlaws are holding it now. LeBlanc trying to get back as quick as he can with Goudreau streaking in, and that was nice by Dylan Kerr to knock the ball out. Otherwise, that was almost a guaranteed goal for the Outlaws. Minute 33 to go with Grace holding it. Rogalski, Grace. Grace passes up to the top to Cutler. And stepped inside the crease. It's going to be a Crude ball. So he throws it up to Wells. And the Crude are going to call a timeout. A minute 16 to go. 11-8 the Outlaws lead. You need 3 goals in very quick succession. Shot clock 59-36 in favor of the Outlaws as we're coming down the stretch. A quite back and forth affair in tonight's game. Nobody really seemed to have the edge until pretty late here in the third period. Well, we thank you for tuning in to CROW LAX TV tonight. Tomorrow, got 2 more games on tap for you. Our first ever ladies game here on CROW LAX TV as the Sherwood Park Titans visit the Capital Region City Saints. That game at, I believe, 2 p.m. here on CROW LAX TV. Also tomorrow, 5 p.m., the Crude playing the second half of a back-to-back against Mountain View Mavericks. That game here at the Joe McGinley Arena. I've got the call for you with the Saints tomorrow. Mo Joma has the call for you tomorrow with the Crude and Mavericks. They're counting the clock down to 25. And here we go as we come down the stretch. Hunter Sika picking it up to start this empty net for the Crude. Sika, quick shot, nice save by Reed McLeod. And the Outlaws, that's Justice Cutler bringing it in. He's going to try and bring it in, and there he is. He gets it done. Justice Cutler gets the insurance empty net goal. 12-8 Outlaws lead with 59 seconds to go in the game. And just an update from the South Division, Shamrocks taking down the Mounties 18-8. It's a big defeat. With just under a minute to go, the Crude are going to win the ensuing draw. A little bit of rough stuff here off of the face-off, as Dizwanka didn't like what he saw. Caden Pickering. Pickering with it now, covered by Ellis. Pass off to Wedman. Wedman up to Kerr. Kerr, far side. And shot by Fodchuk, save. And Rogalski's going to bring it up. 2 seconds separate the shot and game clock, as Rogalski's going to try and kill off as much time as he can here. Take away that dominant victory for the Outlaws. Looking up at the clock there. On the far side was Hildebrand. Hildebrand to Tompkins. They're just going to kill off the rest of the time here. So that's your final from here inside Jerome McGinley Arena to start the year in the North Division. 12-8. Outlaws take down the Crude. Carter Grace with a 5-goal outing in his debut in Junior B. And you got to give it to goaltender Eric LeBlanc, facing 60 shots. 12 goals against, 60 shots faced. I don't think I would even be able to stop half of them. If I was in goal, this game would have been like 30-8. So kudos to Eric LeBlanc. So that will do it from here inside Jerome McGinley Arena. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, make sure to get your 50/50 tickets. Visit us on Instagram or X at CROW LAX TV. Visit the link in our bio for that. Tomorrow, Capital Region Saints and the Sherwood Park Titans. I've got that call for you at, I believe, 2 p.m. from Bill Hunter Arena. And 5 p.m. right here back at Jerome McGinley Arena, the Mountain View Mavericks visiting the St. Albert Crude. Mo has the call for you at 5. Once again, the pleasure was all mine. Thank you for tuning in to CROW LAX TV. Have a good night.